Welcome to Wednesday afternoon's broadcast. Thank you so much if you are jumping on live with us. And I also want to extend a big thank you to everyone who catches this as a rebroadcast both on YouTube and my Facebook page. Today we're going to be talking about allergies. I'm going to give you a little allergy update from what we discussed on Monday. And I'm going to give you a little plan that you can use if you feel like you're suffering from something that could be an allergy. And I'm going to walk you through the process of elimination that I have just recently gone through and kind of help you identify some ways to alleviate some allergies that you might be suffering from if you are one of those kind of people who suffers from allergies. So if you're new, thank you for jumping on or clicking play on the rebroadcast. I appreciate you stopping by. My name is Dy Ann. For the past 25 years, I've been helping women find nutrition plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And we are doing that here in this community through the practice of intermittent fasting and really spending some time slowing down, listening to the signs and signals our body is sending us so that we can actually determine some things that we're doing in our day that might be causing us some harm or some discomforts or possibly leading us down to the point of us breaking down and getting sick as we age. If you're jumping on live with me, I would appreciate it if you leave me a comment. Let me know that you're here. Let me know if you are new to the community or if you are one of our course graduates. And if you have any questions or concerns about anything during the broadcast, please feel free to leave those. At the end, I will go through and welcome everyone and we'll open up the discussion. So I discussed on Monday how I have been suffering from some horrible allergy symptoms. It has been going on for about 6 weeks. I talked about how I thought it was a walnut allergy because I had consumed some walnuts and I woke up with swollen eyes. Then we went through the process of thinking that it was maybe Texas that I was allergic to, and it's definitely allergy season here. There's some, do you know what, is it red cedar, I think, or something, is the tree that cedar pine, or I don't know, something that everyone suffers from in this season in Texas from that. I thought it might have been that. I went through and thought it was maybe the Kleenex that we had in our house because it had some lotion in it. And lo and behold, we have really determined that the problem that I have been having has been my new really cool glasses. That took me a really long time to get, and I've actually been loving them, and they have been causing me to become sick. Now, who would think that prescription, really high-end seeing glasses, reading glasses, and for vision as well, could possibly make you sick? I never would have thought about it until we went through this process of elimination. If you are in my courses, you know that this is something I ask you to do all the time, thinking about how you feel when you do something. So if you put some sort of food in your body, how does your body respond to that, and how does that make you feel? And ultimately, how does that make you look? Because if you're holding on to some inflammation, or you're having some sort of allergic reaction, or you're just not benefiting from something in a positive way, trust me, the end result is you're not going to look the way you want to look because your body is really screaming at you, trying to let you know something that is going on that it's not happy with. And that's exactly how we narrowed down what I have been going through. My discomfort started in the center of my eyes here, and that's where most of the metal is on my new glasses that I've been wearing. They're where they have the little nose braces right here. There's lots of metal in there. There's metal around the top. And every time I put my glasses on, I felt discomfort in my eyes, but I thought it was just the adjustment to getting used to progressive type of lenses. So I always, I could find a way to justify what I was feeling through just life and how life happens. And oftentimes that's what we do when we are doing something in our everyday life, or maybe we're doing something in our nutrition that's causing us some discomfort. It's really easy to justify how it is we're feeling. And oftentimes when we slow down enough and really start doing that process of elimination, we can narrow it down to a couple of things and then finally pinpoint what's causing us some problems. I did the same exact practice when I was really sick with my insulin resistance, and I was going through some of those feelings of having autoimmune disorder types of signs and signals. And this is exactly how I figured out gluten was a problem for me. This is exactly how I figured out soy lecithin was a problem for me. And this is how we figured out dairy was a problem, not only for me, but my kids as well. Michael went through the same thing when he was having his gout problem. We had to literally go through a process of elimination, start taking some things out of our life until you start to notice an improvement, or you notice that the signs and signals are staying the same. And then that's really how you do an elimination type of process and can narrow something down to being a problem. So a lot of the advice that I got from this amazing community was, go see your doctor. Michael was like, we should probably, go to the doctor if it doesn't get any better. Fortunately, we were able to narrow some things down to the glasses, so I really did avoid going to the doctor. Not that I think that doctors are always bad, or it's a bad thing to go to the doctor if you're not feeling well, but I had already gone to the doctor about 3 weeks ago. I think I went because I woke up one morning and my eyes were just really inflamed, and there was lots of peeling skin on my eyelids, and I woke up and I had like that crusty kind of thing that you have in your eyes when you have pink eye. So I thought, oh my gosh, I can't have pink eye. We're about to go to Hawaii. So I went to the doctor, and of course she thought it was pink eye as well. And so I went through a round of whatever it was you take orally for pink eye. I also had a couple of versions of eye drops that I used. And of course I felt better initially because I was doing something that was going to cause, some sort of change chemically in my body. But I went through all of that medication and still had the signs and symptoms in my eyes that something was wrong. So I didn't want to go to the doctor a second time because I knew what would happen is they would do their own process of elimination and say, let's try this, and if it doesn't work in a week, come back. And then let's try this, and if it doesn't work, come back. And I did that process when I had shingles, and I went through about 5 months of prescription medication, and it wasn't until I got really depressed and I started getting migraine headaches that I said, no more of this medication. My shingles aren't getting better, and I figured out that L-lysine is actually the cure for shingles, and you can get cured from the signs and signals of L-lysine in about 24 hours if you know how to megadose it. And so I knew that I can do my research and find an alternate way to get this fixed. So I stopped wearing my glasses. I've been putting coconut oil on my eyes, which has really been helping it heal. I've been washing my face, staying makeup free, and just applying a moisturizer that I totally trust. It's all natural products in that. If you've been through my course, I'm talking about my Pelu brand of skincare that I use. And so I felt really confident about all that. So here I am, 2 days, no glasses, feeling so much better, and really not feeling like I need to take any other means except just time. I went to the eye doctor today. I got a new pair of glasses on order, so we won't have any of this glare anymore, hopefully, when I get back from my trip this weekend. And I'll be back to my glasses that I can see out of, and I'll be back to glasses that hopefully won't cause me any problems. I went all plastic, so they're definitely not as cute, but that's okay. Neither is swollen, drippy, cakey eyes. That's not cute either. So I'm going all plastic, and then we're going to try those as well. I have a pair of sunglasses that are prescription as well. I'm going to test those out this weekend when I'm in California. So I will be away from the Texas allergy stuff. I will be away from my other glasses, and I'm going to test those out this weekend and see if those are going to cause any kind of problem for me. And if they are, I'm going to go march myself right back to the eye doctor and get a change out of those as well. So make sure you are getting to the root cause of whatever it is that's not making you look and feel your best. Take your time, do your research, and start eliminating obvious things, and keep eliminating things until you get down to what the source or the cause of your problem is. One of the things I wanted to mention too about seasonal allergies, my seasonal allergies used to be horrible, like would knock my feet out from under me. And I've noticed as I've changed my nutrition, I've really eliminated dairy very consciously, and I've been really tuned in to what I'm putting in my body, that even seasonal allergies are not as bad as they used to be. And I know we've had some women go through our course who have completely eliminated their allergy symptoms as well. So oftentimes a lot of these allergy things that we are feeling aren't the direct cause of one thing, but could be the sub result of several things that you have going on in your life. And so you want to really make sure that you're cleaning things up, and making sure that you're, kind of tying things together and putting the pieces together so that you don't have to suffer even through something like seasonal allergies. And I know Michael used to suffer really, really badly with seasonal allergies as well. He hasn't had any issues at all, and he's really cleaned up his diet as well. So there's definitely hope if you're allergic to some things that aren't, life-threatening. Of course, we don't want to do too much experimenting. If you know for a fact that you're allergic to something and it can cause some sort of life-altering type of situation for you, you don't want to ever experiment with that. But if it's just a discomfort or it's something that you feel is causing a side effect that you don't want to deal with, I say then experimenting is definitely what you want to do, so you can get to the root cause and then figure out how you can cure yourself by just eliminating that thing from your life. So if you're suffering, I hope this helps you. And then hopefully by the time I get back on Monday from being out of town, I'll be back to normal. I won't be having to wear glary glasses, and I'll be able to put some makeup on again, which I'm super excited about as well. So let me see who's here today. My Wednesday crew, I'll welcome you and see if you guys have any questions, or maybe share with us if you've had something that you've been allergic to and you've been able to find the root cause of it and how you're handling that type of thing in your life as well. So there's always a workaround, which I'm really excited about if you're willing to put the work in to experiment with it. Cynthia is here. Nice to have you with us. Happy New Year to you too. You have changed my life. Oh, thank you, Cynthia. You actually changed your life. You just were willing to listen and open up your mind and try some things. So congratulations to you for putting the work in to make sure that you have a life that's definitely make you feel better. So congratulations. Kathleen is here. Oh my goodness, about shingles, L-lysine. That's what I used to get if I had cold sores. Doctors always... what doctors are always peddling those shingles shots for us older folks. I refuse. Good info. Yeah, for sure. You don't have to get shingles shots. I just keep L-lysine handy in the house now. What I learned when I was doing my research with this too is a lot of the healthy things that we have in our life can cause us to be deficient in L-lysine. So I would say just keep it, if you're prone to cold sores and you're prone to shingles, I would just keep L-lysine in your system. Just, take it as a daily supplement. There's definitely no harm in it. And if you see a cold sore pop up, or you feel like your shingles are starting to come back, because once you get shingles once, you're really susceptible to getting them again, is just research. I can't say on here how to megadose for something like shingles or a cold sore, but there is a protocol that you can megadose your L-lysine for 24 hours and it'll just completely kick it out of your system. So definitely Google that and see if you can find some information on the internet for that. But I keep L-lysine within arm's reach at all times now that I've had shingles once. I don't ever want to get them again. And yes, you do not need to take the shingles shot. Just make sure that you're keeping yourself healthy, keep your your immune system up, make sure that you're not struggling in any other ways, and then keep some L-lysine on hand for sure. That will definitely help. Tina, hello. Tanya, so what was the root cause of your pink eye? I don't think I had pink eye. I think I had irritated eyes from rubbing them and just from the drainage of the allergy symptom in itself. So I don't believe I had pink eye. No one in my house got pink eye. Pink eye is super contagious. No one else in my house was affected. So I don't think I had pink eye. I didn't feel like I had pink eye. But it was just all the symptoms of that. And so I think the doctor just sort of assumed that. And I guess it wouldn't hurt me to take the medicine. But now I know that if I have this kind of thing again, I'm just going to go through the process of elimination before I go to the doctor. But it's a scary thing when you're dealing with something like your eyes, because you don't want to prolong something and then end up with vision impairment. So that was the reason I went to the doctors. I didn't want to end up doing some long-term damage. And so I figured anything I did through a pink eye protocol, I could fix on the other end, right? So even if taking some sort of antibiotic or antiviral type of thing or whatever it was I took to help the pink eye clear up from the inside, I know enough about what I can do with fasting to offset whatever temporary adjustment my body had to make chemically to take some medicine. So I have that comfort level and I have that knowledge base. So for me, it wasn't that big of a risk because I just fasted it out as soon as I was done taking it. But the problem is, why did I have to put my body in that position if it wasn't even pink eye? And that's the part about going to the doctor sometimes that scares me, is like, And why I didn't go the second time was because I didn't want to have that, well, let's try this steroid cream on your eyes, or let's try this ointment, or let's try this, when they aren't sure either. So you have to find your own comfort level with that. And I have enough experience through my nutrition training that I pretty much feel like I could fix it through that experience that I had for myself. I did the same thing, you guys, when I was going through some infertility issues when we were trying to have Gabby. And my doctor wanted me to go through infertility treatments. And we decided to go the natural route, and we changed our lifestyle and we changed our nutrition, and we didn't have to go through infertility treatments. And I was scheduled for like all kinds of surgeries to figure out why I wasn't conceiving, because there was no, nothing that they could test to show that there was a problem. And so by changing our diet and changing our lifestyle, we were able to, kind of skirt our way around all of that and be able to conceive, Gabby, and have a happy, healthy baby. So, I always think it's worth it to research some stuff first. If it's something that you can, that you can grab hold on. There are other times when you absolutely have to go to the doctor. You have to do what they say, and you have to get something fixed. But what we do know now is there's ways you can even, fix some of the side effects or side processes of taking medicine as well. So just make sure you do your research, make sure you're feeling comfortable with what you're doing, and then know that you can always cleanse your body out afterward if you need to just get yourself through a situation that's not feeling comfortable. And so that's where I kind of keep my comfort level with making those decisions for myself, for sure. And I don't think I even had pink eye. Lisa, hello. Kathleen, I had horrible acid reflux, which totally was cured when I got gluten out of my life. Yeah, exactly. And what a doctor will tell you, and no fault of theirs, they don't go through nutrition training, they go through medical school, right? So the way to fix acid reflux is with a prescription that is shown to, alleviate the signs and symptoms of acid reflux. But what's the root problem of your acid reflux so that you don't have to take medicine? And so I always suggest that too with women, especially when it comes to prescriptions. And should I take my prescription when I'm in my fasted state because I don't want to break my fast? Yes, you should always take a prescription the way it's prescribed to be taken. So if you have to take it first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach, then you have to do what your doctor tells you to do. But the end goal or the root cause of that would be, why are you taking that prescription in the first place? And is it something that you can heal your body from? So hopefully 2 months from now, whether you have to take a prescription or not isn't going to even be a question for you, because you don't have to get a prescription refilled. So the end result should always be not having to rely on a prescription to get you through your day, and then you have to do the work to get your body to that point. And the best way to do that is just heal it. And here we're doing that through the process of intermittent fasting. So the end goal should always be to not have to take a prescription if you don't have to, for sure on that one. So let me see who we got over here on YouTube. And I'll see if I can get some questions answered here, if I can bring up my live. I'm doing it on my phone here because otherwise I can't see anything without my glasses. Yeah. Let me see what we got over here. Let's see. Comments. L. Stevens is no longer here. Mari, oh my God, I got that for my sister's cold sore. If you crush the pill to a fine dust and mix with coconut oil, apply it a few times a day, gone. Told her she had to pay me. I'm officially a witch doctor. Yeah, that you must be talking about the L-lysine, for sure. And you don't have to even, you can just take it orally. And if your sister is prone to getting cold sores, I would say just have her get on a daily regimen of that and just keep it in her system. And if she starts to see one pop up, just kind of maybe double up on her dosage or something like that. It is that thing that through other choices that we make in our life, just daily living stuff, we become deficient on some of these essential, minerals that we need in our body, and L-lysine just happens to be one of those. So if you've had chicken pox, you can be prone to getting shingles. And so I've had chicken pox. That was before the vaccine. So I've had my round of chicken pox. I'm susceptible to shingles. And it's not even considered an old person type of thing anymore. It really is an autoimmune disorder type of thing where your immune system is just compromised and it leaves you sort of vulnerable to break down. And that really was the end result of what shingles are. I got shingles when I was going through a breast cancer scare. we were getting ready to move out of California to Texas. I had so much stress in my life, and the stress just broke me down to the point where I was, you know, susceptible to just kind of picking up something. And it happened to just be shingles, which is a stress-related type of condition that we put our bodies in. So keep it on hand if you think that you might be susceptible to something like that as well, because it really can't hurt you. It can really just keep your body in a defense mechanism sort of state. Lisa, I have completely healed my gut and acid reflux. Yeah, here's the thing too, with when you're trying to heal yourself from something, is time and consistency is key. And the time and consistency thing is something that I'll just touch on really quickly too, is that you don't want to jump from cure or fix or you know, what you see on the internet type of thing. You want to stay consistent with one thing until you actually start to get your body to adapt to it. There are a lot of fad things going around, and yes, they all work for their own given purpose. But there's nothing that you can do for your body that's ever going to be better than putting it in its own natural healing state. And we just happen to know now that fasting does that for us because of putting our body in a position of being in a state of autophagy. And so with all the things that are going around, especially this time of year, with the quick fixes and the you know, promises of this and the promises of that, the best thing you can do for yourself is nothing until your body is in a point where you feel like you're in control and you know the root causes of all these things that are going on with you. And the best way to do that is to just nothing yourself through the day, right? So you can feel when something is triggered. When you're constantly putting the next elixir in and you're constantly trying the next fad thing, you don't quiet down enough to have those signs and signals be screaming at you loud and clear. You're not listening. So you have to get to the root problems first. The best way to do that is through the process of intermittent fasting and narrowing down your feasting window to a point where you know what makes you look and feel your best and what doesn't, and narrowing it down to the things that make you feel like you're living authentically. I think at that point, when you have that all figured out, that's when you really start wanting to do some things that you can enhance where you are at the state of healthy. But to get to healthy, I still will always believe that it's through the process of intermittent fasting. We're going to talk a little bit more about that and some things that are going on in the world of nutrition next week as well. Any other comments I need to address here? Okay, let's see. We've got Robin, I'm catching you live from cold Chicago. I'm so sorry. Good tip on lysine. Just got over a cold sore. Would like more info on the lysine protocol. So Google that for sure. Definitely Google how to use L-lysine for cold sores and shingles. And remember, cold sore, shingles, and chickenpox all are in the same family of viruses. So you can Google any one of those things. You should get the same protocol. Adrian, is the Aging Woman's program different than your YouTube videos? I have binge watched them all. Thanks for all you do. Yes, it is. Here I just give like surface level information and what we do in the intermittent fasting course. So it's called Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, is we put it all into practice and you actually get to use it and be in an environment where you can ask questions, and I narrow it down to very specific things. So if you're thinking about it, I would highly recommend it. It will change everything for you for sure. Robin, my doctor also pushing dead virus on off the shingles shot. I refused it, and I just make sure I take a B complex daily and keep my immune system strong. Yeah, for sure. Does L-arginine deplete your body of L-lysine? That I don't know. I know that almonds and like nuts in general definitely deplete your body of L-lysine, and of course that's what I've always eaten because they're the healthy snack. And so you want to, you know, just look at the things that can deplete you in L-lysine as well. I don't know if L-arginine does, but you could probably, if you're taking that for a specific reason, you could probably do some sort of offset of it so that, you know, like taking vitamin D and vitamin C together, or calcium and magnesium together. There's always a way that you can kind of offset those two to make them work together for sure. And then the Firefly Studio. So glad I caught you live. I'm new to IF and loving your channel. Awesome. Thanks for being here with us. I appreciate you being part of our community. Next week, like I said, we're going to talk about some new trends that are going on in the nutrition world. So definitely make sure you're subscribed or you've liked the Facebook page so you'll know when we go live next week. Lots of good information out there. The one thing I want to leave you guys with is this. Do the work. Slow down enough and pay attention to your body. It's communicating with you. It's going to communicate you in a good way, or it's going to send up red flags and start shouting at you. When the red flags and the shouting starts happening, that's when it's almost too late. Not too late like death, but too late like you've already probably picked up something that you're going to now have to reverse. So listen, if you're not feeling well, if your eyes are feeling like they're burning, if you're scratching them, if they're starting to inflame, something's not right. If your body feels like it's holding on to inflammation and you're constantly carrying around water weight, that's not a good thing. Something's happening in the chemical process throughout your day that's causing that to happen. It's not normal. If you're having severe perimenopausal symptoms, that's not normal. If you're having severe PMS and you're still in that phase of your life where you're having a regular menstrual cycle and you're suffering, that's not normal. If you have insomnia, that's not normal. If you have aches and pains in your joints, that's really not even normal. If you're forgetting where you park your car at Target, like I was going through, that's not normal. All of these things that our society is telling us is normal because we're aging, it's not supposed to be normal. It might be normal because we're all slowly getting sick, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. We are supposed to be living our most authentic life until the day we die. We are not supposed to be slowly dying at the age of 50. Like the next 40 years for us should not be a process of slowly dying. It should be a process of us living our most authentic life. And if you feel like you're at a stage where you're slowly dying, trust me, that's not normal. And we need to figure out what the root cause of that. And it could be something as simple as what you're eating in your diet that you think is healthy, but it's not healthy for your body. And that really is what I teach you in the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course. How do we fix ourselves so that we live until the day we die? And I pray that I live until the day I die when I'm in like late 90s, heck, even early hundreds. I don't care. As long as I'm living a full life, I'll live as long as I possibly can. But I don't want to be that woman that's slowly dying for the next 50 years. I just don't want that to be me, and I don't want that to be you either. So let's get through the root causes of some things and then start eliminating them and then putting some things in our life that will actually help us prolong and raise the quality of life that we have left to live. And that's my goal for you guys. Thanks for jumping on with me live today. I'm going to be going out of town tomorrow. I'll be in California. Don't hate, I know. It's going to be gorgeous there. I'll be there from Thursday till Sunday. I will be sharing some stuff that I do traveling, what I do when I travel to keep myself on track. I'm going to share some stuff that I pack to make packing easy. And I do all that on my Instagram channel because it's just easier to do that with my Insta stories. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's _today's_aging_woman, or you can just search my name on Instagram. Make sure you're following me there, and I'll share as much as I can on my Insta stories with you guys over the next couple days. Michael will be live on Friday on our IF Keto Family Life page. He's going to be talking about something that has to do with men's health, because that's what we're focusing on for the month of January. So do me a favor and go share some, spend some time with my husband on Friday and show some For Today's Aging Woman love with him. And then if you have been binge watching some of my videos here on Facebook or YouTube and you're ready to jump in with us, please make sure you do. Don't put it off. I guarantee you it'll be the best 3 weeks that you've spent for yourself and on yourself in a very long time. And we have an amazing community of women who will wrap their arms around you and make sure that you get the best of care while you're in there as well. February registration is up, so definitely get yourself registered. Thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys, and I will see you next Monday, or I'll see you on my Instagram channel this weekend.